just gotten out the shower, and while my skin is still warm, I'm going to sort this out. Tidy up a little bit. I don't pluck it like down to oblivion, but while the pores are still open, I need to tidy up. So, got me little slanted tweezers, got me bit of bog roll, and I got me trusty mirror. And apparently you guys are joining me. So, I don't think you're ever going to get this close to my face again. But here goes. Let's see what random thoughts come out of my noggin today. Because it tends to be when I am doing my brows and all sorts of things. Now, I'm no expert with the old brows, and I do take my time, but I know two things that I've been advised so many times over the years. Number one, pluck in the direction you want your hair to regrow. It's not going to happen overnight. But gradually, if you keep doing it, the hair will grow in that direction, because it's basically pulling the hair follicle in that direction, and it will slowly just turn. The other thing is, the best time to do your brows is when you've just had a shower or a bath, your skin is warm and your pores are open, because it makes it easier and a lot less painful. And the other bit of advice is something that I rarely heed myself. And that is, never pluck the top. Because that's where your shape is. I don't have a shape. But even though these aren't going to be expert brows, the bog roll is going to be quite hairy, because I haven't done them for about 3 weeks, roughly. So they need it. And after I have plucked, I will put some moisturiser on after about half an hour, roughly. Can't say no to a bit of moisturiser. I'm very tired of seeing my stretch marks whenever I have a shower. I mean, I see them when I'm on the bog too, on the loo. But I don't generally look in that direction unless I really have to. But I'm a big bird. And even when I was a skinny bird, I had stretch marks. not because of childbirth, just because I was growing faster than my skin could keep up. Stretch marks are your body's way of saying that you're growing. It's natural. It's not something to be ashamed of. And for those of you who have stretch marks from giving birth, about 18 years ago, I had a friend who said something that I personally found really, really sweet about her stretch marks. She was a slim lady, very petite, and she had stretch marks while she was pregnant. And I don't know what brought up the subject, I really don't. But she said the stretch marks were her baby's signature and she'd never be ashamed of them. And I thought that was adorable. And then I looked at my thighs and I thought, where's the baby? And why is it trying to come out my legs? Stretch marks happen in all sorts of places, whether it be on your arms, on your tummy, on your legs. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. It doesn't change you. You are you because you're you, not because of any scars, stretch marks, blemishes, or anything else. And you've got to be proud of who you are within your skin. Because skin is only skin, it's just a covering. It's the wrapping on the present. And just because you don't like the wrapping doesn't mean what's inside isn't good. I mean, it's all well and good people saying things like I've just said to you. But nobody's going to be able to change your thinking or what you think of you, apart from you. When you believe it yourself, then, and only then, can you be happy in your own skin. But I often look at my face and go, rosacea, great. Nose, don't like it. Definitely have my mum's nose. My gob is my own doing from sucking my thumb for however long. It's pushed my lips out and my teeth. So I've got the lisp because of my teeth. I've got spots. Got dry skin, it's really dry here. But down there, and there, it's really, really oily. Got a massive forehead. Can't dwell on it. What am I going to do? Look after what you've got. Don't moan about it. It's protecting you. It's doing its job. Even if you have birthmarks, burns, scars, underneath will shine through if you let it. Really should have gotten some good old feet on this middle bit. It's always awkward. The bad thing is, if I put some hair removal cream in this little bit, I end up getting burnt even after a minute. So it seems rather pointless. Look at this spider, look, can you see that? Can you see that? It's like it's a mutant that's growing in a curl. Mutant eyebrows. I've got white ones over this side. And then over this side I've got one white one and lots of mutants. I have mutants. And yes, I'm dark haired. I've also got a tash, but I don't do anything with it. Now I've got a very, very hairy piece of bogwell. But I feel better. They're not perfect right now, but you know what? Oh, I feel so much better. Maybe I should go on with the nails. So straight after the shower and after drying a little bit, I put on some of this. Don't know if you can just about see that. Definitely not like that. Solar oil, which, if anything, I love the smell of it. But teeny weeny little pot. But I love it. It's great for cuticle conditioning. If you ever put anything on your nails, always push them back slightly. I don't know if I've got bad... Don't moan that I've got really bad nails. I know I have. But these have been pushed back. There is a line just about going into my moon where this cuticle has come from. I so wish I had an autofocus camera, I really do. It was supposed to be autofocus. So there's a line there where my cuticle was. There's a line there. And there's a line there which is a little bit more obvious. But they've all been pushed back gently, before they were conditioned. And they're nice and smooth as well, because I've moisturised. On this hand I've got very few nails, i.e. just that one. And on this hand I've got almost a full set. Bad thumb. Bad thumb. Okay, anyway. So again, I'm not an expert. But I'm just going to show you, because I can. No, this is not review in the page sense. I'm not getting commissioned for it. Oh, come on, please focus. It's not going to, is it? Well, this is midnight anyway, and it's a thermal, which means changes colour dependent on your temperature. So when you've got cold hands, it will be one colour, and as they warm up, changes to another colour. But why did I choose this particular one today? Because I wanted a bit of glitz. And actually they're changing colour already, you can see. It's going on purple, but it's changing to almost looks two-tone. Almost. So this is not the correct procedure. Excuse me, Beanie. Thank you. It's not the correct procedure for putting on nail polish. But I'm not an expert. It's not my thing. And I don't have long enough nails to really care less. And I'm not going anywhere special. If I was going somewhere special, then I'd actually take my time over it. But I'm not. So I'm not. One to the middle, one to each side. One to the middle, one to each side. One to the middle, one to each side. Or 3 or 4 if you haven't quite got enough fun. Never ever ever have a completely loaded brush. Never. Because your nail varnish will never dry. Now I do have a dryer. But it's not needed for this particular polish because it dries really, really fast. It's a shame you can't see the colour completely. Here you've got where it's still purpley, and there already blue. Woo! The magpie in me loves this because it's so glittery. And I just got it on the skin, which was silly. So I'm going to give them one more coat. Just one more little brush over. Mainly over the centre because it's a really nice brush on these. And they spread nicely. So it's easy to control. Sorry, I got distracted by a beam. Okay. Let's see. What do you think? Focus, camera, focus. So they're still wet, so they're still cool, but you can see that this one is going slightly blue, and these are going slightly blue. Anyone would think I had a thing for blue or something.